Hello, it's me, ILYATHEKID. Welcome to the most anticipated movies of 2019 list. Keep in mind before we go to the list that these choices are my personal opinions and they are based by my own anticipation levels. Make sure that you write your list in the comments down below. I would love to see them too. But let's begin with number 10, The Lion King. The Lion King is one of the best Disney movies till this day. It is a fact, not only to me, but many other Disney fans around the globe apparently. We will get a live action treatment and I hope that it will do justice to the original version. At least it looks like it's doing pretty well. I'm aboard for this one for sure. Number 9. Dumbo. I reckon many of you are scratching your heads right now because of the choice I made putting Dumbo over The Lion King on this list. Let me explain. Dumbo was and still is my favorite Disney movie of all time. Not because it was the best movie of the two, but because I had a massive bond with it emotionally when I was a kid. Yes, it is a sad movie to witness, but it handles the drama so well while still keeping that hopeful atmosphere ongoing throughout the movie. I'm hopeful for this movie and I'm really interested in seeing that how they will play out some of the scenes as they are really hard to explain in the live action mode. And we go to the next one, which is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Of course, every time when a Tarantino flick lurks around the corner, it has to be incredible straight away, right? Well, now it does have some real anticipation levels because of its massively big name cast and an interesting concept. I think the movie will be much bigger of a treat if we won't search too much for a plot points going into it, and that's why I leave it here without any explanation. But to be honest, do you need an explanation for my anticipation? When we are talking about names like Quentin Tarantino, Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt, do we really? And the next movie is Joker. Well, this is an interesting piece to include in the list because of its secrecy and extremely private production. And by that I mean that we are not really sure what it will be about to be certain, but supposedly we will witness a very different Joker from the earlier installments he has been in. This should be a much darker and grittier look into the most popular villains of the superhero comics till this day. The anticipation is much higher, at least for me, because this time we will get an incredible actor, Joaquin Phoenix, to portray the clown prince of crime, who is considered one of the most versatile actors in the business right now. We are hoping for the best. And the next movie in the list is Glass. M. Night Shyamalan proved that he still had it, while making a surprise hit sequel Split to one of the best superhero movies of all time, Unbreakable. After a surprisingly well-crafted sequel, no one thought that we would need more in our lives. But now we are seem to be pretty much all in for the upcoming conclusion in crossover movie Glass, which will bring Bruce Willis, James McAvoy and Samuel L. Jackson back to their prime roles of this ongoing Splitverse. Now that we have seen the both sides of the coin, it is time to assemble and see what kind of a cake Shyamalan has been hiding from us for a whole year. Really excited to see how the storyline will end with these three metahumans. And the next one is John Wick Chapter 3. Finally, John Wick will be back to the action after 2 years of silence, and we will continue straight from where we left off in the earlier installment. The stakes will be ridiculously high for John, as he will be now the most wanted head in the business to be terminated, and it's basically going to be John Wick versus the world type of situation. As well as many others, this movie is another conclusion to the trilogy and supposedly the last time we will see John Wick on the big screen in his own movie, at least for now. But we hope it will be the best possible conclusion to the story arc and to John Wick himself, possibly one of the best trilogies in the making. And we're going to the next one, which is Godzilla King of the Monsters. Although 2014's Godzilla was considered as an average movie, it still had some really potential aspects and possibilities for themes it could have tackled. But it just didn't quite do that effectively. Godzilla itself wasn't really in the center of that particular movie that much, which was the most underwhelming aspect in it, in my opinion. Now they are going much higher, deeper, bolder, and more riskier for something truly epic and mind-blowing, which will include not one, not two, not even freaking 3 monsters, but 4 in total. I mean, the cities must be pretty much doomed just by thinking about the concept itself. We hope that this time around the movie will balance the main themes a little better in order to tell the story and show something remarkable in the same time. And the next one in the list is Star Wars Episode 9. Star Wars is now in a tricky situation as its next installation will be the conclusion to the third trilogy of the franchise, and the earlier installment, The Last Jedi, got very mixed responses. I suppose they have been taking the criticism very seriously, and I suppose that some little changes will be made to the next chapter, just to make sure to not to anger the heavyweight fans even more. I personally enjoyed The Last Jedi, and they took the story to the very interesting sites where there could be many possibilities to end this trilogy with a banger. I just hope that it will not cause an outrage like last time around, and we will see something truly special. We'll see. And coming on in the second place, it is It Chapter 2. After Andy Muschietti's smash hit horror adaptation from the 2017 It, the story will continue with the Losers Club coming back to their childhood town almost 30 years later, as Pennywise has awakened again to do what he does the best, lurking in the shadows and feasting on children's fears. The story is incredibly precious for many people, including myself, and because of that, I hope that this time around we will get the epic conclusion we were hoping for in the earlier It mini-TV series, which ending turned out to be a fiasco. Now they have tools to nail some visual aspects that they couldn't nail last time around. Very excited for this one. And before I go to my top pick, here are the honorable mentions. And the most anticipated movie of 2019 has to be Avengers Endgame. Well, of course, was there really another choice for the most anticipated movie of 2019? I bet there weren't. After a mind-blowing but devastating Infinity War, the Avengers must assemble once more to defeat the most threatening villain they have faced till this date, Thanos. I expect an extremely big, emotional, and epic closure to the Marvel Cinematic Universe as we know it. Let's hope that this was worth waiting for a decade. So here was my list of the most anticipated movies of 2019. What did you think about this list? Comment down your lists, I would love to see them. Thank you for watching this video. There are a few lists coming up in the coming weeks about 2018, so stay tuned for that, and I'll see you very soon. Cheers.